and welcome back to the Nasty Metal Productions channel at YouTube with your host, the Heavy Thrash Head. And of course, this is a episode 3 in the Overrated or Underrated series. So, let's see what I end up picking out of here randomly and blindly, and see if I find them to be overrated or underrated. So, and you probably get the rules already, because this is, episode 3. I'll still leave the rules down in the description box. So, before I get into that, the album that's playing in the background is pretty much that album right there, which is Hardline. They are a new wave, a Norwegian hard rock heavy metal band. So definitely out of the 80s. This was like released in 84 on like a few copies were on Mausoleum, a few copies were like on SPV Steamhammer, and some copies were on another record label that I just forgot. I think it might be listed in here. I think it doesn't say, but this is it. But yeah, it definitely was released through a Mausoleum at one point, with a different cover because of the background of this wasn't colorful. It was all plain black, but with just the same guy right here. But yeah, there's the band right there. As you can hear, it's definitely at times a little Thin Lizzy-ish at times. Or at times even early Def Leppard. Really early. Alright, so let's get right to it. I got it. So let's see what I chose. Okay, this is Gotham City. Of course, the name on here. Of course, the band that did The Unknown, Black Ritz. I think that's fuck, something like that. But what are my stance on this band? I don't know. I guess you can say they are underrated, but yet they also tend to be considered as an overrated band, because of the underground hype, hyping them and such. But I guess I can find them a bit overrated, but yet I like the Unknown album, but I haven't really spent a whole lot of time with it. Because again, they're a Swedish band, and there's a lot of great Swedish metal bands, definitely. A lot of great ones. But, yeah, I guess because of if they are overrated, because of maybe for how much that Unknown album goes for, which is ridiculous amounts of money. But, yeah, I don't know. I want to say they're too overrated, but they're probably on the cusp, but probably for some of the wrong reasons, I guess, and maybe for not all the right reasons, because they are a good band. But I think many people tend to rate them pretty highly due to the Black Ritz EP and Unknown album. I know they had a single as well, but yet a lot of these new wave or traditional heavy metal bands, especially some of the more underground ones that are coming out, all tend to recreate the style of the Unknown. You've got a lot of them, and I guess that's where the overratedness kind of comes into play. But still, they're still good band nonetheless. So, yeah, Gotham City, not really all that bad of a band. So let's definitely try again. And this is now my second pick. I think I got something. Don't know what it is. There might be two in here. Might have picked up two. No, I didn't. Let's see what this is. Okay. I figured I was going to end up talking about this band again. No, not Solder Extremes. You know what? I'll just pick out my copy of the disc. I have it. It's a new wave of British heavy metal band. And I might piss some people off. And at this point, I don't know. This will definitely divide, but the band that I picked out of the box is this band, which is Virtue. Yep. Before I get to really say why, if they are overrated or underrated, I'm gonna go into the reason why I wanted to check out this band in the first place. And of course, back in 2012, I think I remember, seeing this artwork, and I think it was through the Vibrations of Doom site with its classic metal or classic albums section, going into the the letter V and looking all the lists, whatever. And I think I did come across this EP and looked interesting. It did. And I think I do remember hearing, I think before that, hearing some tracks, but it always seemed to have, go into one ear and out the other, and then I'm like, and then the next time I come across it, I was like, huh, how does this sound like? Even though I probably had just heard a track off of it, but I don't remember shit about it. But once I had joined the Heavy Metal Rarities forum back in 2012, and seeing how this EP was getting, like, oh my, one of the greatest new wave of British heavy metal singles of all time, a gem, long lost gem. Seeing how everyone hypes it up, especially, the main administrator of that site, Strapato. And of course, he uploaded the single, his vinyl rip of it. I will go and download it, and I listen to it. I really want to understand why this band gets rated so highly. And of course, I haven't really said if I find it to be overrated or underrated. And I'll say it right off the bat. I find this band to be overrated. It's not bad. It's just, when it comes to the new wave of British heavy metal, this band isn't really all that great compared to some of the other bands already. And plus, this band only released one single and one demo, and it all is compiled on this disc. And it just makes out about 5 tracks. And the single tracks are not that bad. If anything, I think the track High Treason is better than the title track, We Stand the Fight. When it comes to demo, I've heard better, to be quite honest. This is just, like, at times, almost by the numbers stuff. It's, it's kind of like within there that Iron Maiden, Tokyo Blade, early Tokyo Blade, or, it's just some of that galloping stuff, but yet you hear it all the time. Hell, a lot of the new wave of traditional heavy metal bands are really going to recreate, the style of this. This is pretty much the basis for a lot of new wave of traditional heavy metal bands, especially later on into the movement. This is pretty much what they all try to sound like. Same thing with Gotham City. They all try to sound like this. And maybe they probably while I like the new wave for traditional heavy metal bands, this is pretty much the roots of the whole movement. And yet this band's roots comes from a lot like bands like Iron Maiden or Judas Priest, or like Tokyo Blade, or something like that, or Thin Lizzy. It comes from that, but yeah, it's just, but yeah, I still don't know why this gets pretty much hyped. I know, if you like this EP, you have every right to like it, but to me, I think there's a lot better out there, at least when it comes to me, when it comes to the new wave of British heavy metal. To me, there's a lot of bands I tend to like more than this. And yet, yeah, it's not bad, it's just very much overhyped, if anything. So let's definitely get into one more band. That's pretty much number 2, so let's see. Whoa, that was it. I think I got 2 more, and I will probably shove them in here. I think I have 2. Here they are. Here they are, and I am indeed gonna shove these in here, and I'll see what comes out of this. This is gonna be one more. So 1, 2, 3. See what this band is. Okay, here's another new wave of British heavy metal band, or a band that was around the really early, stages of the movement. The one that really kind of, spearheaded the movement, along with, let's say like Motorhead, or Quartz, or Saxon, or, Def Leppard. This is Urchin. Right here. Now, of course, Urchin is best known for having Adrian Smith, later will go on to play in Iron Maiden. But do I find this band overrated or underrated? Now, there's probably a lot of people that rate this band quite highly, and I guess they kind of are pretty overrated, but if anything, I do like this band, but I think the best stuff by this band is actually... Actually, it's in here. I'm gonna take a little time with this. It's actually on this right here. This is the best work I think is actually on here, which is pretty much the High Roller disc, which actually has a lot of demo material, and a lot of these songs wouldn't be released until some of this disc, especially with tracks such as Life in the City, which of course the track Life in the City would end up turning into an Iron Maiden's track. Sheriff of Huddersfield, or whatever that track is called, was originally Life in the City by Urchin, with different lyrics and that. But then of course you got this, which is pretty much rehearsal, and it has some good tracks in there as well. To me, if anything, what gets overrated is pretty much the single stuff, because to me the best material is actually on these 2 discs. Because of here, they sound a lot more like Thin Lizzy. Very good. If anything, I do think these 2 are the best by the band. But I think that's where the overratedness comes in. Is people kindly very much rate those 2 singles a lot more highly than those. That's all. But in some ways it kind of are overrated. So that's pretty much the end of this video. So if you disagree with my reasons for why I find them overrated, or if you find some of these bands to be underrated, go ahead and give your opinion. So until then, this is Hippie Twitch saying I'm out, and I will see you later. especially in the next installment of Overrated or Underrated. Later.